welcome tonight at Coination. Our guest today is Decentralized United. Sam from Decentralized United is here. He's sharing his screen currently. Sam, welcome. It's a pleasure having you today.
Great to be here, guys. Thanks for spending the time. Got a bit of feedback on the mic there. But no, great to be here. Thank you.
Sounds good. Why don't you tell us a little bit about you and the project in general?
Yeah, not a problem at all. So, as said, my name's Sam. I'm the CEO of DCU, Decentralized United. So we're a project ultimately looking to bring the whole of the DCU network together and other projects in through that into that throughout the AMA. So a bit about myself first. I've been in crypto for 4 to 5 years now. First started as an investor and then sort of transitioned into becoming involved in some projects, helping out as admin and then sharing ideas and development and marketing ideas with different projects, and then leading into being involved heavily with some projects and now into heading up DCU. And bit more about myself. I've ran a number of businesses in the past, some around the more sport and leisure side of things, and now currently looking at crypto as a full-time role for myself. On top of that, we have an extensive team, which we'll go into shortly within the AMA. But DCU. So DCU, as I said, Decentralized United, we're looking to be a token of the future, as we say here. And I'll touch on a couple of our utilities and things that we've got up and already live. So you're more than welcome to go and see them already. But yeah, as I said, we wanted to bring projects together. And we believe that through our Smart Swap and our anonymous bridge that are already live, that we'll be able to do that. So I'll briefly just touch on our Smart Swap and you'll see how that ties in with what we're trying to do here. But DCU Smart Swap. It's swap already live on our website. What you can do with that one is either click through the button here, or you can scroll down and gives you a bit more information about the swap here, but we'll go ahead and have a look. So the reason we call it Smart Swap, first of all, it's an advanced multi-chain swap. So with the multi-chain, we're across the BSC, Polygon, Phantom, Hecto, Avalanche, and Coination chains. So you can buy any coin on those networks that have a liquidity pool live to draw from. From that, what our swap actually looks to do is search 53 dexes to find you the best price on your swap. So that will search, for example, on the BSC network, it will search the bigger dexes, including Pancake Swap, Ape Swap, Buy Swap, and a number of others to make sure it's the best price on the BSC network for your trade. From there, it looks to obviously do your trade, execute your trade. But what we do have here is a cashback option. And if you're buying a listed token, so these are the tokens that we currently have listed with us. So for example, if you're buying Rockify with BNB, you have a cashback option. So we're saying is this swap's eligible for 3% cashback. So what you can do is get 3% cashback when you buy, say, Rockify through us. And this is what we're looking to do with our swap. This way it covers the gas and instantly puts you in profit on your transaction. You can get 3% back in a number of these different tokens. So you can decide which one. You can even go and get a 3% discount on your Rockify purchase, or you can look to go and get 3% of a different token to diversify your portfolio. So that's what we say when we're looking to bring projects together as part of the Decentralized United. And we're always looking for new listings, and we are going to, once we launch, put a big drive on increasing the number of listings we have. And then we're adding new features that DCU holders will get cash back on all transactions. So when they buy a token, DCU holders will be eligible for some cash back. So there's one of our utilities that are already live on our website. We've also got the anonymous bridge, which is live on our website as well. So anonymous bridge looks to mask the sending and receiving addresses of any crypto. And this can be across different blockchains. And we'll quickly have a quick look at that. So this is the anonymous bridge here. And you could send, for example, some BSC, any of these tokens here, any of these coins here across different networks. So you could send BSC, receive Coination in your wallet, and it would also mask the sending and receiving address. That just keeps in line with keeping everything decentralized. Obviously, there's been a slight bit of stigma around anonymous bridges, with a rather large one getting themselves into some hot water with authorities. But what we've done, and we've made sure that we're in line with that, is we have transaction limits, and this is where the other and other non-anonymous bridges go wrong. Don't have transaction limits, and then the authorities want to know where anything over $10,000 has been transferred from, and that's where we don't let anything above $10,000 be transferred. So there, we sort of combat that option that a recent anonymous bridge has had. So these are our two large utilities that are good to go before we launch, and obviously we're looking to expand and develop on these as we do progress with DCU. And then we have a number of other utilities, including DCU games, which will be casino games where you can look to bet small amounts of DCU and obviously increase or decrease your holdings. Hopefully people can win and sort of get more DCU through 10 different casino games. On top of that, we've got a decentralized lottery, which will have weekly draws. This is in partnership with Chainlink, and they'll be hosting the sort of on-chain utility of this, like they do for pancake swap lotteries and other popular lotteries like that. So safe and secure on their network, and we'll be looking to do weekly draws on those lotteries as well. And then we have root layer yielding, which is the return on investment layered system with multiple income streams that we'll get into a bit more in this project. So that's a brief overview of DCU and where we currently are at the moment as we go into the third day of our pre-sale.
Okay, that's a lot. First of all, you said you're always looking for new listings to swap, to make it possible to swap. Where are you looking? Do you have partnerships with some launch pads, or how do you do that?
Yep. So we with Jackpots ourselves. We either work with, so where we have that this all of these with us, so yeah, tend to stick it all away, and then we have different options for the cashback on
Sam, at the moment we can't hear you. Do you also have problems to hear him clearly?
Yes, I thought it was my internet, but I think your internet...
No, it's everyone. Maybe Sam, try again. If not, maybe just do a quick reconnect or something.
Is that
No, connection is really bad. Can you try to reconnect, please?
Thank you. Back in a minute. It's always a pity with the internet.
Hi there, guys. Is that any better?
No, it's better, yes.
Got in the internet. Was it like that the whole way through the start presentation, or was it just like that for the next question?
Yeah, so we missed the last answer where it was asked where we are getting the listing partners from. Yeah, this answer was lost.
Yeah, not a problem. So yes, the listing partners will come first of all with projects we are either involved in or have worked with closely. We sort of reached out to them first prior to us launching and got them involved, and they were more than happy to do so. One of the good things it does do for anyone that does become involved, it adds a new utility to their token. So their token is now eligible for cashback when it's brought on our Smart Swap, for example. The good thing about Smart Swap as well, it can also be installed on End's website very easily. So if any token is looking for a utility or looking to add the cashback utility and a swap to their website, it can be done so very easily. As we look to grow, we'll be reaching out to projects. One, through our community, we're going to be offering a a commission structure to anyone in the community that brings us a listing. We'll be charging for listings, so they'll earn a commission of $100. And then on top of that, we'll be looking to, partner or work closely with launch pads, work closely with influencers and social media marketers and any other marketing agencies that will look to bring us listings. And again, obviously that will work off commission. Nothing's done for free in this world. So we understand that and are more happy to pay for new listings and also go out and find them ourselves. But we see a big draw that we do have is it's adding a utility to your token.
Pardon, I missed the last. Big drawback is what?
The big draw we do have is we're adding a utility to your token or to a token. It adds a new utility, which is obviously everyone likes to add as much utility to their token as possible. As we look to develop the swap, there's versions 2 already in the pipeline where anyone that holds DCU will get cash back on any swap they do, and then we'll work with other tokens as we develop new things for the swap to make sure that there's a big draw for new tokens to come over to us.
In which token do I get the cash back? In the token I swapped or in your token, or?
You can decide. So if you just have a quick look at my share screen now, if you were to buy RocketFi, you can actually decide out of any of these which one you'd like your cashback reward in.
Okay.
So you have to
So you're like Pancake Swap with a cashback system.
Basically, yes. And the good thing that will draw, or we feel will draw a lot of people over to our Smart Swap is we don't require liquidity. We use the liquidity pools from if they've got liquidity pool on Pancake Swap, which obviously a lot of them do. But that we can draw the liquidity from any DEX that they're listed on. So they don't have to come and provide liquidity to us. What they just have to provide is some tokens for fund the cashback pool. And then we've added that new utility for something that is relatively reasonably priced for a brand new utility. It also helps create some buy pressure for a token that people are getting something back in return.
Okay. A question about the Anon bridge. Can I imagine myself this like a tornado cash system? So okay, but everything above $10,000 gets to the authorities in the land of the people who are living.
Yeah, so that's where Tornado Cash sort of was their main drawback and what landed them in hot water, is there was no transactions, there was absolutely no monitoring of transaction sizes or anything like that. And that's where they found themselves in the hot water that they are currently in. So we've made sure that there is a transaction limit, and people were coming to try and do one that just get rejected, and anonymous bridge wouldn't process that transaction.
Okay, and if I do more transactions below $10,000, is this also going to be registered or going to the authorities?
We won't ever send anything directly to the authorities. We'll just always look to make sure that anything we have to do doesn't have to be reported. So for us, it wouldn't have to be reported. No.
Okay, I get it. But just I'm not that familiar with the technical aspects of these things, but as far as a new blockchain is like not deletable, and every transaction can get tracked if there is a computer strong enough to do the processes in the background. So is this really possible that there is no possibility of tracing that?
To be honest, I'm not 100% certain on that. What we've been assured with working with developers on that is it's a very strong and sort of unique anonymous bridge. But like you say, if there's a computer out there powerful enough, then it will always be able to be cracked. So I'm sure that if someone was looking into what we were doing that strongly, then there's a potential for that to happen. But again, it would have to be first if they had a computer powerful enough. And on top of that, we partnered with Block Blend, another project who we produced the swap in line with, and that's their main draw for their token is the anonymous bridge. So they're working hard to develop that further, and that will also be installed on our block anonymous bridge as we progress as well.
Okay. And another question to the swap with what just came to my mind is, I didn't see Ethereum there yet. Is it planned to do something with Ethereum also, or?
We do. We definitely have the option to add it. It doesn't take much as well. The reason we haven't got it there yet is when we were first coming up with the concept of this smart swap, we were going to call it gas free because it would cover the gas fees. Basically, your cashback would cover the gas fees and put you in instant profit. But obviously, trying to call it gas free and cover Ethereum's gas fees is pretty much impossible because they're so high, depending on the time of transactions and what the volumes are. So we didn't go with Ethereum, but yes, Ethereum and new and emerging blockchains will be added to the swap as they come. But yeah, Ethereum's definitely one that we'll look to add very, very soon.
Okay. And what else is in your drawer? What else have you planned for the next few months?
So obviously we're currently in pre-sale at the moment, and then a big draw for us is going to be to develop the usage of the swap and look to rival some of the biggest. So we've got a couple of points, but we look to progress.
That your connection was really blocked.
Okay, sorry about this, guys.
No worries.
Is that okay now?
Now we understand you.
Okay. Yeah, so as we're currently in pre-sale, we're looking just to market this for a range of different avenues. First of all, so we've got press articles out on 500 different news channels at the moment, including Yahoo Finance and a few reputable news sources like that. So once we get a strong marketing campaign during our pre-sale, we're really going to look to develop the swap and drive the listings and the use case for the swap as much as possible, making sure that can be adopted by a large audience. And then from there, it will be look to installing our root layer yielding, which this will be a game changer. And Hodor or Michael on the team, I will quickly scroll under the team and highlight him there. There he is. Hodor there, or Michael, as we say. This is his baby and a concept he's come up with. And root layer yielding is a layered-based yielding system that will provide return on investment through a number of avenues. So think kind of staking in nodes, but a completely different spinning concept of that. And that will be NFT based. That as people can purchase NFTs, but they'll have different levels of NFTs, and the higher level your NFT, which can be upgraded as you see fit, will increase your return on investment. So this, we feel, is definitely going to be something new within the crypto space, something that will provide a sustainable return on investment, unlike nodes, where it's a very quick high and then obviously comes down very quickly. But the root layer yielding will have its different layers, which means that the more you spend, obviously helps increase the volume within the project. It's great for sustainability, but it also increases your return on investment. And that's I'm really looking forward to develop and bring to the crypto space. So as soon as we go live, that's real development. We'll start on that. So that's our next big thing to get out there. And we'll be doing strong marketing on that. This is a brand new concept, and Michael has worked hard on this. We sort of have the white paper ready, and then we're just in talk with different developers and people within the crypto space to ensure that this can be done safely, securely, and was possible, but then can be done safely and securely, and build our own ecosystem like that. That is something we're really doing, really strong on. But just to add on to that is our team's quite vast. As I'll quickly scroll down and just see, We've got quite a vast team, as you'll see here. We've got up to 11 or 12 on the screen there, plus extended team that are just helping us in the background. So they'll be given sort of different aspects to work on. We've got a number, as you see on the screen, that will just solely go out working on partnerships, listings. Then we'll have people that are just working in the background, like Michael, working on the business development, which will be, first of all, in case of the root layer yielding. And then from there, we'll continue to grow and develop as a business and as a project, keeping up to times within the crypto space. All of that, hopefully, leading to our own blockchain in the future. But that's once we've got the current roadmap sort of completed and moving to our new blockchain from that.
You're giving me so much information all of a sudden. So first of all, you're gonna launch an NFT marketplace, and probably, or you're going to be launching your own blockchain.
Blockchain, yeah, definitely in the later stages of the project. We won't have our own marketplace when we bring out our NFTs, first of all, but we'll have our NFTs that fit into our root layer yielding system. But eventually, we will have our own NFT marketplace as well.
Are there already some samples of your NFTs?
No. First of all, we need to. We're going to launch, obviously, with the utilities we have, and then build the root layer yielding system, and then once that's ready to go, the NFTs will be the currency on that system, almost in line with DCU. So the NFTs will be created once the gets close to fruition.
I didn't get the last part through of the connection.
So yeah, I was saying that the NFTs will be ready once the root layer yielding system comes close to fruition.
Okay, sounds good. Will this be already available when the launch is coming, or will this take some time till it's working?
The root layer yielding won't be available. So the utilities we'll have when we go live, definitely the Smart Swap and Anonymous Bridge already are live, but what will go live straight away will be our DCU games, which are our 10 different casino games, and our decentralized lottery. So those will go live as soon as the project goes live. To more utilities to the project, and the root layer yielding may take anywhere between 3 and 6 months to build and become fully operational. So in the meantime, we want to make sure people get rewarded for holding and being a part of the DCU community. So there may be staking options and a staking platform implemented in a short term until the root laying yielding system is fully operational.
Okay, and how does the lottery work?
The lottery, where you purchase a ticket with DCU tokens. Each week, the prizes may differ from either DCU, BNB, BSD, and yeah, you'll purchase a ticket with your DCU, and then a winner will be drawn via Chainlink's blockchain, and then the winner will be paid out from the lottery. You all good there, guys? Can you hear me? Hello? Anyone there on that one?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yes, did we hear about how the lottery will work? Sorry?
I was saying the DCU games. Which kind of casino games will this be? Book of Ra, or camel races, or duck races, or what kind of games will this be?
We'll have a number. We'll have 10 to launch with. So we'll have a coin flip one, a dice rolling one. We'll also have high card, I believe. There will be a duck race one. I've no, you put me on the spot. I can't remember all 10. A horse racing one. So they have a number of different ones.
Also the gambling automat.
Sorry, I didn't hear that one.
The gambling automat in the casino. Do you also got that one? You know, where there's the wheel is spinning and you got a lot of pictures and they have to align.
Oh, like slots. Yes, I believe we have got a slot in development. I don't know if it's going to be ready for launch though.
Okay, because I think slots is something a lot of people are really into.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so that's something we're working on. Hopefully that's ready for launch. If not, it'll be soon after.
Okay. So about the listing, do you have fast tracking for CMC and CG, or are you planning to do it with the volume over time?
Depending on how the pre-sale finishes, we have a team member that's very close with listings on both on CMC and CoinGecko, and they got us listed very quickly on a number of projects I've been involved in the past. So as long as we have some good volume at the start, then we're more than confident we'll be listed within the first week of launch.
Okay. Are you about the marketing we were talking before? Do you have any else armors in incoming, or what's your strategy for gaining more exposure?
Yeah, so we've been on how would you say, an AMA tour the last few days, and this continues right up until the end of the pre-sale. We're keen to get into as many different nations and countries as possible. So we've had one this morning in an African community. Today, obviously, we're over in the German or the Netherlands and talking with you guys. We've got a Chinese Telegram group already set up for DCU, which is building each day as well. On top of that, we've got 5 more AMAs over the next days, I believe. So I've got 2 tomorrow. One with coins launch, and another one with USA crypto, and then the last 2 we have one with Pink Sale, and then we also have one with Travlad in his community as well.
Okay, so you got the whole community covered.
Hopefully, that was the plan.
That sounds good. Let's talk a little about your tokenomics. How do they look? What's the buy tax? What's the sell tax? How much token are there? Are there team token? Is there a max wallet?
Yep. So tokenomics we are going to have once we launch is a 5% buy tax and a 5% sell tax. What I do have to say on that is obviously DCU is going to be listed on our Smart Swap, so you'll be able to earn up to 3% cashback. I think we're going to launch with on your DCU buys once we launch. So that will help reduce that buy tax down to 2%. So we have 2 billion supply. And if you can see my screen there, we have 540 million for pre-sale, just over 350 million for liquidity, 200 million in unlocked tokens, and 100 million for mine and partnerships. And on top of that, we have 800 million for staking, rewards, CEX, and other utilities, for example, as the lotteries or the casino games, and also the root layer yielding once that goes live.
Is the liquidity locked?
Yep. So I'll quickly go over to our pre-sale page. Liquidity locked for 365 days. So we've got all the badges on the pink sale. Most importantly at the moment, I think, it's a Safe U badge. What that means is our contract was made by a pink sale developer. On top of that, they actually hold the contract for 60 days. What they also do is set up a fair pre-sale for us. As you see here, it is, once I can find it, pre-sale lock, liquidity lockup time unlocks after 365 days. So yeah, they hold all the unlocked tokens, which will be 1% and everything like that, for 30 days once we launch, just to help ensure the safety of the project once it is launched, making sure that no one can play with the tokens, and that anything we do want to do with the tokens have to go through them first, and they want to make sure that it's a good business decision prior to that happening.
Was there a private sale or seed sale?
No private sale. Just look under pre-sale through investment and investment in the core team and knowledge with the core team straight into the pre-sale. So there's no all tokens are accounted for in that breakdown that I gave you previously.
Is there a max wallet?
That's a good. I remember. Yes, there is. There's a 2% max wallet.
Okay.
And a 1% max sale, I believe. And I'll get one of the team guys. If any of you are in the chat there, can you just confirm those numbers for me? It'd be slightly mistaken. I just keep dealing with loads of numbers at the moment.
Wait for you.
There's a max wallet of 2% and there's a max transaction of 1%.
Yeah, thank you. I thought I was sure on the numbers, but thanks for that, you guys.
Yep.
So I think John is not from your team. We will answer your question when we start with the question, so just be patient for a little longer. Or is John from your team, Sam?
No, mate.
Okay, then we'll wait a few minutes.
Not a problem.
I guess you got an audit?
Yes, we got an audit through Contract Checker, and they also did our KYC. So they're partners with PinkCell. So to have the audit badge on PinkCell, you have to go through one of their affiliated partners. And we have the audit here. I will actually click on the details, and it should come up if my internet's not too bad. So yeah, and there's the audit there, done 2 weeks ago now. So all audit KYC, safe as we can be, which we wanted to do from the outset, just to make sure the community can believe in what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. Are there team tokens?
No, team have been put. We said this from the outset. We've invested because we believe in the project. And we'll be purchasing tokens during the pre-sale.
Okay. Another question. There are a lot of projects out there. How do you plan to win against them or to compete with them? What's your universal selling point?
Yep. So obviously marketing is going to be a key part of that. Being able to get eyes on the project, and we see a key way of doing that is through the Smart Swap, in terms of new listings and developing the use cases for that. On top of that, we always want to have unique selling points. So as we touched on, the Smart Swap is the first cashback crypto swap out there. So we're looking to build that, make our swap one of the first places people come to purchase their crypto. And once people come to our Smart Swap, then the next logical step would be to at least have our project, what we're about, what we can do. We don't have to necessarily even own DCU to use a Smart Swap. We want as many people using it as possible. But owning DCU, if you do own DCU, you will have more odds for more cashback on a swap. So we see, as always, having unique selling points. So continuing with that will be our root layer yielding. We see this as a unique selling point. Michael's working hard on this to make this something unique and new in crypto, and most importantly, sustainable, which we see is a massive thing that nodes aren't. And we see this as a unique selling point that will be able to produce sustainable returns on investment, and be something, very different within the crypto space. And then marketing. Yes, sorry.
Yeah, just one moment. I want to drop something in concerning the Smart Swap, and I'm not sure if I should do it in German or English. But You guys just imagine there are so many DEXs out there. Yeah. Why should anyone use PancakeSwap or ApeSwap or whatever if there is a swap that searches all the DEXs for the best conditions? And there are many projects, with time, more and more projects where you will get a kickback, a crypto kickback when you buy through that swap. So the goal will be to become the swap that unites all the DEXs, and we want to become really big in volume, yeah, and we want to build a brand around DCU. Just imagine, yeah. So when we are talking about the unique of DCU, yeah. Okay, go ahead, please, Sam.
No, thank you for that, Michael. Yeah, just what building on what Michael said there is, yeah, just building a DEX that everyone wants to come and use because we do the hard work for you, we'll give you the best price, and basically we'll pay you to use it. Can we hear me, guys? Yep. Are we all good?
I can hear you. Yeah. I don't know where Pablo is, but I can hear you.
We might have just had a funny connection. We'll a minute. We'll have a well-earned break. Make sure you're getting your hands up, guys, if that's an option. We'll be taking questions nearer the end of the AMA. So if there's anything you're not sure of, be sure to let us know.
Another thing I wanted to ask is about the licensing for the lottery. Are you planning to get licensed to avoid legal issues for the users on your platform?
Yeah, definitely. We'll look to that in conjunction with the casino games as well. Once we get launched and we can see the scope and the growth of the project, that'll be the first thing that we look to do. But we know that running it through Chainlink and same with the network we're using for the casino games, that it's all safe and secure. So that will just make those licensing very easy once we do launch and they become usable.
Does this work for a whole continent, or how does this work? Or is this for each separate land that you have to get your license?
It's dependent on where the business and project is operating out of. And yeah, there's a number of places that we can do that cover the entirety of any license, basically.
Okay. And about the staking you mentioned earlier, do you already have a number in mind which we can count with about the percentage of the API?
Unfortunately not. We're sort of all working to that on the background to make sure it's lucrative and worth holding DCU and you can see a return on investment. But I wouldn't want to commit to a number that would potentially change in the future. But we're definitely making it, one, sustainable, but two, lucrative for holders as well.
Okay. Sounds totally fine to me. Another question. The partners you talked about before. Is there anyone we would know if you tell us about them? Are there already big names, or is this something in the smaller states at the moment for the listings?
There's some. So I've just got the listings on the page. So DXT or Dexit owns Moon Signals, one of the bigger groups on Facebook. He's a developer himself, and he's actually building a blockchain, and they are just currently being audited by, and I've slipped my mind. What's the big audit company? Oh God,
Certainly.
I've actually forgotten. Tech, that's the one. Sorry, I couldn't think of it there. So they've just got their whole blockchain in currently being audited by Tech. So they're already at around 10,000 holders and a multi-million-dollar market cap. So that's a relatively bigger project. RocketFi is again a very decent sized project with up to 3,000 to 4,000 holders. They're continually growing. They're doing some great stuff within the crypto space. And then the other ones are slightly smaller, but these are projects that we've worked with or and communities that we work in, just looking to build that strong network, just to show that as we do launch, that the swap works and is usable as we look to secure new listings.
Okay. Yeah, I have to say, it's a really broad topic. I have to let it sink all together. I'd say, why don't we start with some questions now? Or is there anything
Sounds
else
good to me
to say before we start up?
All right, questions, and hopefully that will clear any other gaps in anything I didn't and if there's anything that myself would think of, we'll be sure to add it in.
Okay, so Pablo, would you open up the chat, and I'm gonna unmute John. John, welcome. You're free to talk now.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm honored being picked. I'm surprised, man. Okay, see, let me go straight to my question. Can I go on?
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot for it.
How has the experience of your team helped in the development of your project? Yeah, that's my question.
Yeah, great question. Yeah, great question. So I'll just scroll down to the team page at the moment. So as I said here, we've got over 12 people on the screen or 11 people on the screen that are directly involved in the project as part of the core team. Between us, we have extensive business management experience, which I think is pretty much one of the most important things within crypto. A lot of people can start a project with no business management experience, no marketing experience, or even no cash handling experience. So that I say cash handling, I mean financial experience, balancing books and things like this. So that we have abundance of. Yogesh is a qualified accountant, for example. Myself has run a number of businesses. Rune has ran a successful recruitment company. Then, if I'm missing anyone in the core team, has also ran a number of businesses. Michael works for a big company doing business development. So we all have an extensive experience in actually running and operating businesses from an operational level up to management and strategic planning. So that's something that we're really going to lean on as part of the team. We're going to look to strategically plan, set goals, achieve them goals, and make sure we move forward as planned and assess those goals regularly to see if we're achieving them or they're still in line with what we're trying to do. On top of that becomes our crypto experience. All of us on the core team have been involved in a number of different projects. That's how some of us met. So the crypto experience is vast as well. There'd be over 25 years of crypto experience, and crypto hasn't been around that long, but there's a vast amount of crypto experience on the team that is just going to make sure that we know what's going on with the crypto space. We're going to look to be able to be first to market with a lot of things like our swap, and make sure that we are delivering something that works, is operational, and user friendly to our user base. So that's where the experience with a bigger team like ours is really going to play in. And then the good thing is it just comes into working together. There's a number of people, as you can see with the team. We've got a number of partnership and listing officers, or PR, or head of social media, someone that we can just leave the social media to, and he'll run that with a few other guys on the team. And we don't necessarily have to worry about, who's posting that on Facebook. We know whose job that is. So although that we have individual roles within the team, we work very well as a team together. So that's what we're going to draw on to make sure that we can progress and build a really strong project for the future.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, can I still ask another question? I should just wait. Or should wait for the next person?
No, you can ask another question. We are always encouraging people to ask in the VC, so feel free.
Okay. So, what strategy have you put in place to stand against inflation in the market? In the case of inflation, what have you?
That's a great question, and I think the first thing, and again going back to swap, like I do say, some of the core things we've done is we're making sure people can get the most for their money, the most for their investment. Is what we're looking for the smarts to do. Not only is it going to search you for the best price, it's going to potentially give you up to 5% cash back on your purchases. So inflation, they're talking of it going up to 8%. If you're buying a listed token, we're almost combating that. We're giving you 5% cash back on your purchase. And again, that's with fiat or money. Crypto is very different. People often say it can help combat inflation. We want to make our project as usable as possible. And we feel that making it as usable as possible will help new people become involved in crypto. With new money into crypto, it helps the whole space become more decentralized. It helps more projects get exposure, and it does help everyone as a whole, as the market cap of crypto as increases, so does sort of the decentralization, and then in turn hopefully taking the pressure off of inflation and relying solely on your income. Your assets are actually working for you. So yeah, we definitely see the swap as a key fighter against that, but we just see us working as a project to develop a strong usable product and project will help as well. And then on top of that, we'll look to implement staking or the root layer yielding, which will hopefully also or will provide a return on investment, which again helps combat low income, adds another income stream to someone that is struggling with the inflation at the moment, and going from there.
Okay, thank you very much. That's all.
Thank you.
So, Mo6, you got another question. Please feel free to ask. Mo66, you still want to talk? You're free to talk now.
I'm audible.
Hey.
Well, yeah, I'm listening in. Well, nice project. Well, I just wanted to know about the taxations. Have this been changed on the buy and sell since the build of this project now? Or what was the reason for the change, if they have been?
Sorry, I didn't quite get the question.
Okay, I was asking on the taxations. If there's been a change on the taxes of the buy and sell, and what was the reason for the change?
No, not yet. So there's no. You have the option to change that, but it's limited to I think 12% or 15%. We would never just change without speaking to it. It's something is common within contracts, but no, we haven't changed the buy or sell tax as we've not gone live yet.
Okay, thanks for the answer.
Another question which came in the chat was, is it legal to cover your transactions with the anonymous bridge?
Yeah, it is, as long as they're under the threshold.
Okay, and
as long as we're not going over
which...
the threshold. Sorry, it's carry on.
Pardon?
Yeah. No, we'll go down. We're going over a certain threshold, then yes, you have to declare where the money came from, and that's where the issue with Tornado Cash came from.
Okay, and that's the how you want to battle. The question came up how you want to battle bad people with dirty money, so they can't use you to launder their money. So I guess
So what we want to do,
Yeah.
is we will, if we need to, keep just reducing the transaction amount. We just want it to be used for the retail buyer of crypto that may be a bit more paranoid or wants to hide money for other.
Sam, your connection
to get
pretty broken. I didn't get you.
Hello, good evening.
Hear me now?
Now I hear you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, so we're here. Yeah, we'll just keep reducing the. If we feel that it's getting used for that, we'll just keep reducing the transactions size amount. I'm here to or help any malicious actions within crypto. We're just here for the retail investor that may want move some assets from the BSC network over to Kronos, but doesn't want to go through a exchange.
Okay. Mr. Crypto got another question. Hey, Mr. Crypto.
I want to ask.
Or Victor, go ahead.
I have a question.
Hello.
My question.
Hello.
Just a
My
second.
question is short and long. Short. Okay. My question is, what are your long-term and short-term goals? Can you hear me?
Sorry, our long and short-term goals, was that, sorry?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So one of the short-term goals we have is obviously around the pre-sale. We hope DCU is for myself. It's just something that I think that is more than achievable. That we hit over 500 BNB, and I've got a strong feeling in the last 3 days we'll be getting up there. Let's quickly see where we're looking at the moment. We're sitting at 160. It's gone up 10 since we've been on this AMA. So that's always good to see. But along with short-term goals is to increase the number of listings. So as soon as we go live, listings is going to be something that we're really going to focus on. And we're going to look to drive listings. So I want to try and list in 3 months and make sure that the swap can be used to purchase any token, as always, but you can purchase up to 100 tokens and receive cash back on those tokens. And obviously look to increase on the size of those tokens, community and market cap as we look to grow. Long-term goals, there's a couple of our short-term goals. Long-term goals are the root layer yielding, the successful completion of that, making sure that's safe, secure, and ready to be rolled out within 3 to 6 months would be a longer time goal. And overall, our goal is the Smart Swap and the root layer yielding to be adopted as one of the first places that people come to either use a swap or look at return on investment within crypto.
So did that answer your question, Victor?
Thank you. I have another question. Can I ask?
Go ahead.
Okay. What are the benefits of holding your token for? I say, okay. My question is, what are your benefits? What are the benefits of holding your token for a long time?
Yeah. So the first benefit you're going to have is that once we bring V2 of the swap out, which will be very, very soon, anytime you purchase a crypto through the Smart Swap and hold DCU, you'll be entitled to a cashback option on as long as you're holding DCU. If you don't hold DCU, you can only buy a listed token and receive a cashback reward. If you do hold DCU, you'll be able to get a cashback reward on any purchase you make using our swap. Further to that, we're obviously going to look to build the return on investment. So your DCU, whether it would be in a staking platform or within our root layer yielding, you'll be earning a passive income on your return on investment. and we'll look to make sure that's sustainable and something that you could hold for years and could just either compound that interest or return on investment, or look to withdraw that and use that as another income. On top of that, sorry, what was the question again? Just as I looked at that. Why would the return on investment? Sorry, it's about the holding the question. Also, we're looking to obviously continually reduce our supply. Something I have forgot to touch up on is that the casino and the lottery will be burning some DCU tokens as it's used. So we're not going to take all the income from the lottery. Obviously, the money will be given back to the people that purchase the ticket through to but so be earning tokens as well. So we're looking to reduce the supply, and obviously that helps to increase the price floor. So we're also looking to burn the tokens, provide return on investment for a number of utilities that help in the swap or the root layer yielding that help to make sure that there's a strong return on investment for our investors.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello.
So, Mr. Crypto, you had another question. Thanks for your...
Yeah. So I wanted to know on your community engagements, are there any ongoing community activity like airdrops, buy contests, or meme ongoing on your platform? You get wisdom.
Sorry, I just missed that. I heard the airdrops.
Yeah, I was asking if the community engagements ongoing on your social media platforms, and what social media platforms are these projects on?
Yeah, so across many social media platforms as possible. So Twitter, Facebook, Telegram, Reddit. I barely always forget all the what they're called. What is this one? It slipped my mind. Oh, that's our white paper. Reddit. Discord. That is the one I was searching. Also, different social media networks, and we'll always look to market on them. We will often stay away from airdrops as it can be sort of a fight to increase project holds and things like that. But we will often run competitions. We want to engage the community as much as possible. We'll be doing giveaways in we'd rather see, and people can purchase our token with that. So that's a way we'll look to engage community. On top of that, as I previously mentioned, we'll be looking to engage the community with other objects involved, and they can actually earn a commission structure through that as well.
Thanks for the answers.
Thank you.
Another question we got in the chat was how to deal with the tornado blacklisting from US Treasury. Will it trigger the SEC if American users participating on your platform?
Again, as long as it's below the transaction amount, no.
Okay. So, then another question. What do you think about the future of the metaverse? Do you think in the long term will you follow the metaverse model to some extent?
The metaverse is definitely a hot project, especially the last 6 to 12 months. It's something that we'll always keep an eye on, something that the team will discuss. And if that's an option that we need to integrate DCU with, then it's something that we're definitely open to. But I'd like to see the metaverse sort of develop and that get a bit further along before we decide if that's an avenue that we're going to go down.
Okay. So guys, any left questions? Now is your time to ask, not when the AMA is over, as usual. It's always funny when but we're like, guys, you had your chance 5 minutes prior. So no one left in the VC and no questions left in the chat. So I guess we're good to go.
That's it, guys. I just want to thank you for your time. One last thing I'll say here is we're currently having a pre-sale big competition over you. We've had a few buys coming in during the AMA. So if it was the guys from this community, we do appreciate that. If there are any other questions that do strike up into your mind, guys, please feel free to reach out via our Telegram group or DM any of the team privately, and we'll endeavour to get back to you as soon as we can. But again, we just want to thank the guys here at Coination for that with us and letting us present our project.
Yeah, also from my side, I will stay in the group here. I'll be glad to answer questions, also in DM. Ja, auf Deutsch, ja, ich werde hier in der Gruppe bleiben. Bin gerne für euch da, wenn ihr Fragen habt zum Projekt, gerne auch via PM. Hä? Danke vielmals für die Zeit.
Then I can also say thank you for taking your time today. I know you have a lot to do, so we really appreciate you coming here and explaining everything to us in detail. Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
No, thank you, guys. We really appreciate it. It's been a great AMA and a couple of different questions, which is always good.
And like they said, if any questions come up, feel free to ask anytime. We're here to answer them. And Pablo will now start with the giveaway, I think. Randy will come in the chat as usual. And you guys have to press on participate so you can take part. So Randy's here. So good luck, guys.
Thank you, guys. Yep.
So let's wait for some seconds so everybody can take part. And you still got a busy day left, Sam, or are you finished for today? I guess Sam is not here anymore.
Yeah, could be. He had a really long day. Maybe also with a jet lag. I think he left early now. But he's done with the AMAs today, and I think he will go to sleep because tomorrow there will be more. Yeah. So how was the participation here? Did we have many English people, or most of them German?
I think it was a good mix between German and English. When I scroll down here, it's funny. The English people are the most active in the VC. The Germans are always shy.
The German ones are the ones who do the buys. No, just joking.
The shy Germans. So guys, I give you 30 seconds and then we'll announce the winner. Und du halt noch einen langen Tag vor dir oder was ist dann auch?
Was ich bei mir?
Genau.
Ja, Montag mache ich immer so bis 2 Uhr. Ja, jetzt gehe ich dann noch mit Freunden was trinken und dann schaue ich mir noch ein bisschen die Community an und gebe da Antworten. Montag mache ich immer lang, weil Montage sind normalerweise scheiße, aber wenn du da was machst mit Freunden, dann ist auch der Montag gut.
Sehr gut, ne? Das klingt auf jeden Fall optimistisch, muss ich sagen. So fein. Wie macht man das dann? Die 15 Gewinner, sollen die dir gleich ihre Wallet schicken oder sollen wir die sammeln und dir schicken oder wie macht man das?
Am liebsten sammeln, mir schicken, da schaue ich, dass es bezahlt wird. Ja.
Okay, super. Perfekt. So, na Pablo, dann löst das Ganze mal auf. Pablo will show us the winners now. 70 participants. So guys, you can see the winners now in the chat. Congratulations. So you can find your names. Please send your wallets to me and I'll redirect them further so you can get your winnings, your prizes. So guys, thank you for coming here today. Hodor, thanks for coming here today. I hope you have a productive night left, and till the next time, goodbye.
Goodbye, guys. Thank you. Have a nice day.